Greetings, brethren, Donkey here, and I have actually painted another model for my Oldhammer or Hero Hammer Dwarf project, and also I have a new camera, so I thought I'd show some of these models that I previously painted again, because I think they will show up on this camera much better. Yeah, so these were the second set of figures that I painted, the Slayers. The first one was obviously the cannon crew, and I'll show that in a second again. Just a few examples, just because I really think you can see how much effort I put into these figures now. This guy also looks pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm still very enthused about this project. I have so many of these dwarves, and I do really want to get around to painting them all. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of my longest running projects by the time it's done. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if painting all of these dwarves that I have took me like, I don't know, 10 years or whatever. But that's fine. I'm not too fussed about that, because I just really enjoy it. Here, one of the clansmen that I painted with the striped tunic. Yeah, and of course the cannon and crew. I'm still really happy with how these turned out. Yeah, and of course the cannon itself. This was the first thing I painted, and I still kind of went for much more muted colors, because the old school version would have been to have just a super bright blue and just have a really brightly golden gun barrel, and I went with much more muted colors, which by the time I reached these and these, I was already done with. It's just kind of something I did on this first set, but I think they still fit together fine. Yeah, and so the new thing that I've painted is this Runesmith. This is, as you can see by it not having a slaughter tab, this is the Runesmith that's set on the Anvil of Doom. I do also have an Anvil of Doom, so I have two of this guy, and the other one is going to be on the Anvil of Doom, of course. But I wanted to have an infantry Runesmith, and I don't actually have the 5th edition one, the one with the gavel and the where he sort of faces the direction of his rune stick and sort of holds it out in front of him and has the gavel sort of, at his chest height and sticking up. Don't have that model, so maybe I'll have it someday. And with this one, I wanted to try having all primary colors in the paint job. And I think it worked okay, having the red, yellow, and blue in there. In hindsight, I don't like the gold. I think the gold kind of makes, like if I put my hand here, for example, I think he works a lot better with the red, blue, and the yellow. I think that works fine, but this gold is just too natural, whereas everything else is very sort of overdone and cartoonish and garish. The gold just kind of sticks out a bit. But that's fine. I think he still looks great as a leader for this small force of dwarves. Especially with these clansmen, because they kind of share his sort of red, blue, and yellow thing that he's got going on. Yeah, definitely still enjoying this, and I am sort of, I really want to paint more of them, but I definitely don't want to burn out on this, so I'm really trying hard to pace myself. Next, I'm probably going to paint some of these Thunderers from the Marauder era. These miniatures, pretty much all my Thunderers are from Marauder. There are a few Harlequin in there, but most of them are Marauder. And I just love these miniatures. I think they're the best miniatures that Marauder made, period. I have a few more of these plastic monopose guys to do, because I do want this unit to be all monopose, so I have 7 more of them, and then the front row is going to be metals. So the front rank is metals, and all the ones behind them are going to be these monopose plastic guys. So yeah, I still have to paint 7 of them. Not looking forward to that as much. Painting 8 was fine. Painting another 7 is going to be a bit rough, but we'll get there. Then I have I think 8 or 9 Iron Breakers. These are also old Marauder miniatures. And I don't know how much I'm looking forward to these, because they're mostly just, you know, silver. Like, they're mostly covered in mail and plate armor. There's really just the beards, parts of the faces sticking out, and then the feathers. So we'll see. Maybe I'll paint some of their armor in bright colors. I haven't really decided yet, but yeah, still kind of looking forward to painting these, because I don't know. I just like all these old Marauder miniatures, and I think I showed this one before, but I still need to paint him, my king. Because I definitely still need a king. In 4th edition, you kind of have to have one. He's a mandatory inclusion in the army, and yeah, so I need to paint him up. But that's pretty much it. All I did was paint 1 dwarf, and it's been since I think June last year. I think that was the last time. I think that was when I finished these guys. So it has been a very, very long time since I finished a dwarf, but yeah, I still really enjoy this project, and I definitely can't wait to you know, paint some more. So stay tuned for that. It'll definitely end up on the channel at some point. Yeah, take care, guys.